Barely crowned, 16-year-old Tsar John Vasilievich announced his desire to marry, and soon he chose the young beauty Anastasia Zakhariyevna Yureva. Having looked at the paintings depicting the lovely Russian girl in the outfit of the Tsarina, I came to admire the luxury, skillfully decorated dresses and headdresses, from earrings and collars embroidered with rich pearls and shimmering with outlandish gems. Therefore, I decided that without the story of the first love of the royal despot of Russia, we cannot do without, dear readers. Yes, the sovereign chose long and carefully. According to one source, Nastasia looked at Yonu out of 1,500 applicants for the status of royal spouse, and according to others, and in general, out of 2,000 beautiful girls. Both Russian chroniclers and foreign ones unanimously asserted that the maiden was of a quiet, modest, and kind temperament, with a luxurious dark blonde braid and languid black eyes. According to contemporaries, Anastasia indeed conquered the heart of the young lover and autocrat, and after her death, the sovereign hardened to an extreme degree. All the light that tried to maintain in him good wife vanished into oblivion. The other 7 consorts, such awe and pure impulses in the despotic ruler never caused. So, the young married on a cold February day in 1547. From now on, the jewelry and closet of the queen had to correspond to her high status. The majestic crown with a dozen pinnacles, which symbolized the holy apostles. It sparkled from the abundance of stones, sapphires with amethysts, diamonds, and carbuncles, as well as snow-white selected pearls. On the sides of the headdress descended down something like earrings, elongated cassocks. The royal crown should have been put on a thin head covering, ubrus, which slightly covered the face of the sovereign. Such a shawl completely hid the braids of the first woman of the state and was attached to the hair with exquisite jewelry pins made of gold or silver. Masters tried their best and decorated even the pins themselves with the best gems. The edges of the outfit were masterfully embroidered with pearls shimmering with mother of pearl, and on top of it was to be worn a silk pillowcase, a sort of mantle woven with silver or gold threads. It could be pristine white or yellow. For important celebrations, rectangular pieces of cloth, so-called voshva, were attached to such a podvoloka. In addition to the magnificent embroidery, they were decorated with special opulence, rare crystals, and selected pearls. Women's braids were often fastened with gold tassels or jewelry pendants, kozniki or nakosniki, rasny, kulti, rich necklaces and bracelets. The list of jewelry of the Russian queen can be continued for a long time. But ostentatious luxury could not give Anastasia real happiness. Just 2 weeks lasted her quiet family life. Later, the wayward young man was bored with being an exemplary family man. Dozens of charmers returned to the palace for his personal pleasures, returned the sovereign and bloody fun with angry bears in the courtyard of the royal chambers. Drinking, partying, and hunting again blossomed in exuberant color. John did not forget about his beloved. From time to time, he ordered to call her to his private chambers. The beautiful woman gave birth to 6 babies, of whom only 2 survived. The age of the young wife was not long, only up to 30 years. Although by the standards of the 16th century, such an age was considered no longer a blossom, but maturity and the beginning of the fading of female beauty. Whether the frequent births and deaths of children undermined the fragile health of a fragile woman, or whether she was the victim of intriguous poisoners, it is not known. However, researchers tend, nevertheless, to the version of poisoning of the faithful royal wife. Very mourned the widower deceased Nastenka, and the next chosen women he compared to the first, unappreciated and unloved. But the past could not be restored, and the other wives could not even remotely approach the pure and bright image of the deceased Tsarina, as it seemed to John Vasilievich for the rest of his life. If you liked it, don't forget to give it a like, subscribe to the Jewelry Stories channel, and click on the bell not to miss new videos.